guys. Not exactly a video that I thought I would ever be posting on my channel. So, it is currently 1 in the morning. On Tuesday, we found out that my mom has a brain tumor. So I guess I should start with how we found out. So, for the last couple of months, my mom has been having a lot of neck problems. She has spinal stenosis, bulging discs, a degenerative disc disease thing, a whole bunch of stuff going on in her neck. And it's been about 2 or 3 months now that we've had this going on. And when this started, we were told that they didn't know how much longer she was going to live because it is so bad in her neck. So last week she went and saw a spine doctor, and he said that some of her symptoms just weren't totally lining up with her neck issues. So our family doctor ordered an MRI of her brain. She'd already had an MRI done of her neck, and that's how we found everything else. So now they were doing an MRI of her brain, and this was on Monday. Monday she went in for the MRI. So before I get too much into that, I'll tell you some of her symptoms as to why it wasn't totally adding up for the doctors. So she has numbness in her face, slurred speech, headaches. She can't pass a neuro exam now, and the neck injury causes numbness and stuff in her body. Not totally sure. Still a little not here, I guess. So, and she stumbles and just can't really do anything anymore. So they did the MRI of her brain, and my parents were already concerned, and they get there and he tells them that she has a brain tumor, and that's why her symptoms just weren't lining up for them, why they couldn't figure out exactly what was going on. So now we will rewind back to now what we know as her symptoms starting of the tumor. So we know that 6 years ago she had an MRI done of her brain and she did not have the tumor 6 years ago. 2 years ago is when the numbness in her face started. The stumbling, the slurring of the words, all that started 2 years ago. Also, 2 years ago, my mom's whole personality changed, and none of us knew why, but she wanted to do stuff with us, with the whole family, and she was just much more interactive with us. None of us thought she has a brain tumor, because that's not something that you think. My mom has chronic migraines for pretty much my whole life. She's had that. She has nerve damage on her arm from a car accident. She has a lot of stuff already going on, so they were trying a bunch of different medication stuff. So we never thought that maybe these symptoms were from something else. Now we know that they were. Now we know that she's been showing signs of this tumor for 2 years. It's not even a very big tumor. It's very small. It is benign. It's not cancerous, but she does have to have it removed. And it is sitting right behind her right eye on her optic nerve. My mom and I have never had a great relationship. My whole life, we just haven't. Except for these last 2 years. These last 2 years, my mom and I have gotten along. We have done stuff together. We have actually been mother-daughter. And we were never like that. From the time I was a child. We just didn't have a great relationship. And knowing now that brain tumor, you could say that I am scared for her to have it removed because I don't want to lose the relationship that I have now with my mom. My mom's neck injury is still deadly, terminal. If she doesn't have surgery, it is terminal. But they won't operate on her neck until the tumor is out. So it's kind of hard. No one in my family really knows what to do right now. As a child, you never think that you have to go through this kind of thing with your parents. Knowing now that she has a brain tumor, a lot more of the last 2 years makes sense. Doesn't make it easier. If her neck hadn't have been injured, we probably wouldn't have found the tumor. And that's definitely scary. Because the symptoms that she has from it, we've always just thought it was the other issues that she already had, or reactions to medications that they were trying. She is getting it removed in Utah. We don't know when yet, but it will be soon. She will be getting it removed very soon. And then when she recovers from her brain surgery, she will be getting surgery on her neck. And it's a very dangerous surgery. They both are. Yep. These last couple months have been very hard on my whole family. We keep getting answers, but we don't get any good answers. It just went from bad to worse to even worse. I'm sorry if I'm just rambling in this video. I still don't totally have my thoughts together in the last 2 days. I did find out about it when I was at work, so I did end up getting sent home from work. My family has been through a lot my whole life. We've always gotten through it. We've always stayed strong together. But it doesn't make it any easier. it would never be easy to continuously get bad news. Hopefully, at some point we can get some good news. I will keep you guys updated on what is going on as we go through the surgery process. And in the second surgery, I will be doing my videos still and doing updates on how my mom is doing, along with my videos about my son. I really, really hope that after her tumor is gone, my mom and I still have the relationship that we have now. I don't want to go back to how it was before. My whole family is pretty stressed, in shock. It kind of feels like we're all just kind of like floating right now, trying to figure out what to land on. Where is the ground? When will we come out of this horrible nightmare? Over these last 2 years, my mom has become my best friend. She's become the person that I always want to talk to. A couple months ago now, my parents and I had this running joke that I was their tripod. Anytime they went and did anything, I was just there. A couple times they went out on dates and I just showed up. I was like, hey, I'm joining you guys now. We always just joke around now. On Tuesday, when my family found out, I came home from work and 2 of my brothers were sitting on the couch. My sister-in-law was there, my parents were there, and it was just silent for what felt like forever. No one said anything. And the way my family deals with this kind of thing is not how most people would. My family deals with bad news by being very sarcastic, by joking about it, pretty much pretending that it's not happening. And that's exactly what happened. After what felt like forever of silence, it was so many tumor jokes, even from my mom, the one that has the tumor. She was totally in on it. Only way that we get through this kind of thing is by being sarcastic and joking and just being a family. I guess these are my initial thoughts on my mom having a brain tumor. I am scared for her surgery. I am scared that I will lose the relationship I have now with my mom. And that's probably the hardest part, is knowing that the time that we've actually gotten along and had a mother-daughter relationship, she's been symptomatic of her tumor. And I really hope that that doesn't go away when the tumor does. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. And I will be here for you through every step of the process. You're my best friend. I don't know what I would do without you.